Hey guys, this is part 2 of California Philippines Bearcats. Last time I rode my bike, this time I'm in my office. You can see all the pictures of Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, and of course, where is he? He's over here. Bill Reynolds right there. So anyways, I want to get into it. Thanks for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing my videos with other people. Please comment. Please hit that notification button so you're updated when new videos come out. My goal is to put out a couple videos a week and interviews and different things, so I've got a lot going on. The next video will be all about my career in the athletic shoe business. I'm going to kind of go through that. So I want to get into it right here quickly. Basically, Impact 1 was where we left, and I want to explain to you how that all came about. When I was in college, my junior year, with Coach Reynolds, who I loved like a second father, I was starting most of the time, sometimes coming off the bench, depending on how I played. And basically, Bill and I didn't have a real good relationship that year, and every time I'd make a mistake, he pretty much pull me out, and I'd get angry and upset, and he knew it. And so this kept happening all year. We kept having meetings, and towards the end of that year, unfortunately, at UCSD, I'll never forget it, last league game of the year, he took me out again, and it was the end of the game, and I snapped. And I'm embarrassed to tell you this. I'll be totally transparent that I cussed him out in front of everybody. The whole gym could hear it. So, of course, and I'm telling this story to let you know how Impact 1 came about, but also hopefully it will, maybe someone else has went through the same thing, and I just want you to know that there's hope, and with God there's hope. So went back to locker room after the game, and of course, Dave, you're off the team for the year. Turn in your uniform on Monday. We'll have a meeting, and that's it. So Monday, the meeting came up. Pretty much told me I was off the team for the year, but he wanted me back next year. And of course, I was still very belligerent. It was just a cycle that year of not following God, hanging out with the wrong people, doing things that I shouldn't be doing, and anyways, so I was still very belligerent, and I told him I'll never play for you again. And he said, well, think about it. When you calm down, and you're always welcome to come back here again, which is amazing. Most people would have blacklisted me. So about a month, 2 months later, God touched my life and turned it around, and I really felt that I needed to go back and finish my career, my senior year with Coach Reynolds. So I went back in his office, and I said, I'd love to play for you again. And he's like, great, you always have a spot here. We've got some new recruits coming in next week. I want you to play against them and get to know them and take them around. Like, I just got kicked off the team. You want me to do that? Like, what? and he says, you're going to have a huge impact this next year on this team, and I want you to be one of the team captains. What the heck? Team captain? Kicked off the team, cussed you out to team captain. Like, this is who this man was. He was such a loving, gracious, kind man. And so anyways, so we, so I'm like, okay, great. So he goes on, we had a great senior year. He goes on, and he wins 300 to 400 games in his coaching, fastest to 300. I think anybody, averaging 25 wins per season, gets all these Coach of the Year awards, all this stuff, and then he retires. And it's about 7 years later or so, he dies with lymphoma cancer. Broke my heart. One of the greatest honors of my life was to be able to speak at his memorial service. Shirley Reynolds, his wife, asked me to speak, and which again, to go from where I was to speak at his memorial service, and I mean, amazing. So he was my second dad. He was, in basketball, was the greatest man I'd ever been with. And so when the club started, about a year after when I did get possession of the club, it was just like God speaking, and I just said, we're going to impact one life. That's why we're going to build this club. And that's why I built it. I built it in his memory. I started it in his memory. And of course for, my son and daughter too, and the kids. But the original thought was, this is my chance to coach. This is my chance to honor Coach Bill Reynolds. So we started, and I would always tell the parents the main goal of this club is to impact one life. And they would kind of laugh at me like, Dave, you've been doing this for 17 years. You've impacted more than one life. And I go, I know that. We've impacted thousands, but that wasn't the goal. It was mission accomplished. So let me go over some of the principles of our club and our mission statement so you understand it. All our principles are from Coach Reynolds. There's a picture of him on my left shoulder there. And then John Wooden. I mean, those were my pillars, man. That when it came to basketball, I wanted to play for UCLA. Not quite good enough. Too slow, not big enough. So I played for Coach Reynolds, and it was always about those principles. So we in our handbook, we poured all those principles into our handbook, and the 4 pillars were pretty much sportsmanship, character, integrity, and loyalty. We wanted all that. We wanted all that from our kids and our parents, and we were based on our second mission. One of our mission statement was to still today to enable young men and women to reach their full potential. That's more the updated one. When we first started, it was very simple. Have fun, work hard, do your best, and get ready for high school basketball, get ready for college basketball, get ready for professional basketball. We have always been and always will be a club about development, not about winning, even though we've won a ton, and you can go on our website and see that, but a club based on development. So a lot of people put those sportsmanship, integrity, character, loyalty on their websites, but they don't really live it out. You see it when you play against them. You see it in their players. They're not living out those principles. So we wanted to be intentional and really live that out. And so we went to work on living that out. And so I'm going to give you like 3 or 4 principles today to understand that. And then talk about a few things. And I'll bring up more principles as we go down the road on this channel. So the first one that we really talked about was after the game, everybody shakes the other team's hands. Well, we want to take that a step further and do something that nobody's ever done before, because we believe that you have to have an attitude of gratitude for everyone and a servant heart, selfless. Everyone is involved in that game. So about 8 or 10 years ago, we started shaking all the scorekeepers' hands and all the refs' hands. The refs' hands was the toughest because there was games that I didn't want to shake their hands, but we felt that we really had to, and we had to no matter. And it ended up working in our favor because they a lot of times were shocked that we would shake their hands, and then another Bearcats team would come on the next game, and we get all the calls. So we'd always do that, and we started it. Nobody was doing it when we started it, and now when I go to the gym, I see most teams doing that, and that was started by us. The second thing we believed in is that if you knock someone down legally, so basketball is a very physical game, if you knock someone down, pick them up, help them up. And you might knock them down again in the game, but help them up. Don't just leave them there. And that's something that nobody was doing either. All I saw was kids laughing at kids when they knocked them down, kids glaring at them, kids standing over them, and we weren't going to have any of that. We believed in, again, you play within the rules, you have tremendous sportsmanship. And sportsmanship, you knock the guy down, help him up. Hey, great work, so, let's move on. Not sorry about that, but great work. Let's keep playing hard against each other. And we really believe strongly in that. The third principle that I want to talk to you about is the principle of attitude of gratitude, and more importantly is keep your space clean. So after every game, of course, the kids bring Gatorade bottles, plastic bottles, or plastic water bottles, and we'd always tell them, bring a container, don't bring plastic, bring a nice canteen. and cut down on waste. But most teams don't do that. So we would always pick up our water bottles, of course, but we would also pick up all the water bottles left by all the teams before us. And just to give you an example how bad this can get, we were in a tournament in Orange County, and there was packed gym, games going on every hour on the hour. And we after the game was over, I said, okay, let's pick up the water bottles. No lie, there was probably 50 plus water bottles on that bench. And I told the guys, okay, let's go get a trash can, let's pick them all up. And that's something nobody would have done. We were the only ones, and we started that, and then a lot of clubs caught on. The next coach was like, hey, coach, thanks for doing this. The league organizer came up to me later and said, I saw what you did. Nobody does that. You guys are such a class act as a club. So again, trying to build that community and trying to change the culture a little bit when it comes to basketball. The fourth one is, and this is a very important one to us, is you got to be on time. We believe that you get there early and you stay late. And I found over the years the best players in our clubs, the ones who got there early, and then they were the ones I had to kick out of the gym, literally turn the lights off, time for you to go home. Those were our best players. So we believe in our handbook that you show up 15 minutes before practice and 30 minutes before the game. And the reason why we do this is for lots of reasons. One, there could be a accident on the freeway. There could be traffic. There could be a lot of things. And two, you really need time to prepare, study, talk about the game plan, stretch out before you get started in a practice or game. And we found that being on time, it shows an attitude of respect to your coaches, to your players, to the parents that were there on time, to the people that opened up the gym for us, to the person who swept the floor for you. It's an attitude of gratitude, showing respect and integrity and character. And so being on time is extremely important to us. So those are just four. There's a lot of other principles I'll go over with you in future videos, but those are four things that really will be the lifeblood of what we're going to start in the Philippines to really grow this and really not only build great athletes, but more importantly, build great young men and women that can survive in this world and contribute to this world as we move forward. And we need more of all these principles in this world now, more than ever before. So when we get down there, as soon as this thing is over and we can fly down there, we're going to go down there and live full time and start the club. And the first person, we're going to bring a lot of people down. I want to bring people from the club, coaches. I want to bring athletes. I want to bring professional athletes and different people that are big in basketball in America, and have them come down for a week and do clinics and teach and train. And the first person we're going to bring is my son. My son Grant was an All-American, 6'6", 210 pounds, lean, good-looking young man, and he's going to be the first one to come down. Lord willing, we'll get him down there. And so he's a great kid, and he was a kid that told me in high school that he didn't like kids, never coach basketball for the Bearcats or anywhere else. Seriously. So, came up to me after he got back. He had a great career, All-American, great high school career, one of the best players at Santa Fe Christian ever, great player in the county. Took his team to the Final Four, took his team to the Final Eight in college, nationally ranked. Ranked in California in high school, went overseas and to Germany and played professional for a year, and probably could have played more, but he wanted to get back, and he's got Jessie, his girlfriend, that very serious about and going to get married sometime, and hopefully soon. And so he wanted to get back to America. So he'll be the first one to come down. Now, I don't want to leave my daughter out, because if I do, she'll kill me. Alexandria was a great basketball player, a great volleyball player. She played with, again, surprising. She said she never wanted to play sports. Came up to me in fifth or sixth grade, said, "Dad, I want to try out." Shocked me. And so she tried out, and she was an amazing player. By eighth grade, she was as talented as anybody out there and guarding the best players in the county. And she could have been and then she went on and played volleyball, even better at volleyball, middle blocker. And she could have played college, but she wanted to enjoy her high school or her college experience and just graduated from Pepperdine, which I'm really proud of her, and now teaching at Santa Fe Christian, where she went to school. So great athlete, probably the best athlete in the family, and she loves when I say that. Grant was a great athlete, but he had to work a lot harder than she did to be great. And so anyways, Grant will be the first one down. I think that you'll fall in love with him. We're going to do an interview with him in a couple weeks so you can meet him and get to know him before he gets there. He's just a great young man. First season with the Cats, he went 10-0, won a league championship. Parents loved him. Kids loved him. He's even a better trainer, trains a lot of kids even today. He's really good at it. Kids really love him. He's young. He's a handsome young man, and he's just a great trainer and really makes it fun. And so I think you're really going to enjoy him. Your kids are going to really enjoy him when he gets down there. So that's part 2. That's done. The next one's going to be about my career in the athletic shoe industry. So I hope you enjoyed this, part 1 and 2. Just a little better in the office than the bicycle was a little loud. I know I got comments on that. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Please comment. Please hit the notification button so you can be informed of all the videos coming up. Please think about a way you can support the club. 100% of everything we raise will go to helping kids in the Philippines. So whatever you want to help, if you can just pray. Prayer is the most powerful thing we need. If you want to support us with your time and come down and train kids, great, love to have you. If you want to support us with your finances, that'd be great. But please think about a way to get involved. If you know somebody that would like to be interviewed on my channel to explain what it takes to be great in basketball and kind of their journey, please let me know, and I'd love to interview them. So anyways, that's it. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for watching. I am excited about the future with the California Philippines Bearcats, and go Bearcats.